Okay, so we've all been there, right? You see someone, maybe across the room, or maybe you just need to talk to someone for some reason, but that first word, it just
Yeah, it's like
vanishes.
your brain just hits pause,
Yeah,
freezes up completely.
exactly. Even if someone just gives you a simple nod or hello, suddenly nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So today we're going to do a deep dive into something I think is super valuable. Just some really easy, natural ways to, start a conversation in all sorts of
Good
situations.
idea. Because it's more than just politeness, isn't it?
Oh, for sure. Think of this as like your toolkit, a
Yeah.
way to get past that hesitation and actually connect with people without all the awkward
And it
silence.
really matters. Overcoming that initial hurdle,
Yeah.
it's fundamental.
How so?
Well, starting conversations is how you build pretty much everything. Your
Yeah.
social circle, your professional network,
Right.
every relationship, every opportunity, really it kicks off with that first hello or whatever it is. So being comfortable initiating contact just opens up so many doors.
Yeah.
It leads to a much richer life, really.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so let's paint a picture. You're, say, at a coffee shop, waiting for your latte.
Okay.
And you spot someone nearby, maybe they seem interesting, or you just get that feeling, I should say hi. What's a simple, like, no pressure way to just start?
You could go really straightforward. Sometimes the simplest works best. Something like, hi, I don't think we've met before. I'm your name.
Okay, hi, I don't think we've met. I'm name. Why does that work? Seems almost too simple.
Well, think about it. It's friendly, it's direct, and importantly, you offer your name first.
Ah, so it takes the pressure off them a bit.
Exactly. It makes it easy for them to respond, oh, hi, I'm their name. It shows confidence,
Mm.
but in a relapsed way. You're clearly signaling you're open to chatting.
Gotcha. It cuts through any, like, ambiguity. Okay, what about a different scene? Maybe it's way more crowded. A party, a conference mix, or something like that.
Right. The busy, noisy environment.
Yeah, where everyone's kind of milling around. What works there?
In that case, acknowledging the shared environment can be really effective.
How do you mean?
Like saying something observational. Maybe, wow, this place is packed. Have you been here before?
Oh, okay. I see. You're starting with something you're both experiencing right now.
Precisely. Instant common ground. You're both in this busy space. And asking if they've been before, that's a natural follow-up.
Yeah, it could lead some more practical, like maybe they know where the snacks are.
Or if the speaker is any good, or where a quieter corner might be. It's pretty low stakes. A good way to just gauge if they're open to talking more.
Okay, that makes sense. What about, something a little more personal, maybe? But still light?
A genuine compliment can work wonders.
Like?
That's a really cool shirt. Where'd you get it? Or maybe about a bag,
Yeah,
or even like their glasses.
cool shirt.
Okay.
But the key there is genuine, right? You can't just fake it.
Absolutely crucial. It has to be sincere, something you actually noticed and liked, and asking where they got it.
That turns it into a question, gives them something easy to respond to.
Exactly. It invites that little bit of back and forth. Plus, it focuses on them, makes them feel noticed in a positive way.
Right. Okay, shifting gears a bit. What if the conversation's already happening? You walk up to a small group, they're chatting away. How do you join in without feeling like you're, barging in?
Yeah, that can feel a bit awkward sometimes. You don't want to interrupt rudely.
So what's a smooth, respectful way in?
I think directness, but with politeness, is often the best bet.
Meaning,
Just a simple, hey, mind if I join you?
mind if I join you? Okay, straightforward.
Yeah, it clearly states what you want, but it also asks permission. It respects their space and gives them an easy way to say yes, basically.
Okay. What if you're not totally sure what they're even talking about, but the vibe seems open? Maybe it's a more casual setting.
In that case, you could try something a bit more informal, like, hey, what are you guys talking about?
Just jump in with curiosity.
Yeah, it shows you're interested. It's casual, friendly. It just invites them to kind of catch you up. Works well if the atmosphere feels relaxed already.
I like that. It feels honest. You're not pretending you overheard everything. Okay, one more on this joining in thing. What if you do actually overhear a specific word or topic that catches your ear?
Oh, that's a great opportunity. That's your perfect in.
How would you use it?
Let's say you hear someone mention, I don't know, Spain,
Yeah.
and you've always wanted to go.
Okay.
You could lean in a bit and say, excuse me, I couldn't help but overhear you mention Spain. I've always wanted to go there.
Ah, nice. So you connect immediately on that specific point.
Exactly. It shows you are actually listening, or at least paying attention nearby, and you have a specific connection or interest. It's much stronger than a generic question.
That's clever. Okay, so let's say we've done it. We started the chat or we joined the group. Success. Now, how do we keep it from fizzling out after 30 seconds?
Right, the next challenge. Keeping it going.
Yeah.
This is really where genuine curiosity comes in, showing you're actually interested in the other person.
So what are some go-to ways to do that?
Well, there's the standard, but still useful question, especially in many adult contexts. So what do you do?
The classic work question.
Okay. It's common, people expect it, and it usually gives them something substantial to talk about.
But you don't want to just stop there, right? If they say, I'm an accountant, and you just go, oh, end of conversation.
Exactly. You need to dig a little deeper,
Yeah.
show you're interested in them, not just the job title.
So how
Ask a follow-up like, oh, interesting. How did you get into
How
that?
did you get into that? Okay, I like that. It invites more of a story.
Yeah, I'd ask about their journey, their motivations. It makes it much more personal and engaging than just talking about tasks.
Good one. What else keeps the momentum going?
Sometimes simple encouragement is all it takes.
Right.
If they're telling you something and it sounds genuinely interesting or cool, just say that. Wow, that sounds cool. Tell me more.
Huh? Yeah, just literally asking for more.
It sounds simple, but it works. It shows you're engaged, you're listening, and you want them to continue. It's a clear green light for them to keep sharing.
Okay, makes sense. What about finding common ground, making that connection stronger?
Oh, definitely. Recognizing shared experiences is huge for building rapport.
So if they mention something and you relate.
Yeah, jump in with a, oh, same here, or wow, that happened to me too. If it's genuine, of course.
Right, go to authentic.
But when it is, it creates this little spark of connection. It shows you understand where they're coming from, maybe on a deeper level. It moves it beyond just, exchanging facts.
Yeah, those me too moments can really make a conversation click. Okay, so that's what, 10 different ideas we've covered?
Looks like it.
Mm.
We went from starting cold with someone new
Right, the hi am.
to using observations in crowded places, giving compliments, then joining groups politely or by showing curiosity or latching onto a topic.
Yeah.
And finally, keeping it rolling with questions like, what do you do? How'd you get into that? Just encouraging them with, tell me more, and finding those same here connection points.
That's a pretty solid toolkit. So for you listening, maybe just take a second and think which one of those felt like it might fit you.
Yeah, which one sounds like something you could actually see yourself saying?
Yeah.
It's not about memorizing lines.
No, definitely not.
It's about having a few comfortable options in your back pocket ready to go.
So here's the challenge, maybe. The next time you're in a situation where you could start a chat, actually try one. Just pick one and give it a shot.
Exactly. Because like anything, it gets easier with practice. It really does.
Totally. The more you kind of flex that conversation starting muscle, the less daunting it feels next time.
You build confidence. You learn what works for you.
Yeah. It's just about taking that first little step, even if it feels slightly uncomfortable at first. And hey, you never know who you might meet or what might come of it, right?
You really don't. Could be the start of something great.